thought that coming here to speak on the and participate in the Super Radio Brothers podcast that we'd have nothing but great things to say about the New York Yankees with the historic start and the amazing record, 35 or so games over 500, 14-game lead in the division. Yet you come into this studio today off of only their second 3-game losing streak of the season. And to make it worse, not just the second 3-game losing streak of the season, you blow 2 games, and 2 of those games were against the Red Sox at Fenway, and then 1 against the lousy, awful Cincinnati Reds, where you blow a 3-0 lead in the 9th inning with Clay Holmes on the mound.
Yeah, remember Clay Holmes played for Pittsburgh. So they used to play each other a lot, I would imagine.
So they were ready to smack him up, no matter how terrible they are?
They studied it. They said, we know this dude, man.
Well, I mean, he had nothing, though. He hit 2 batters. He couldn't even throw a strike. Something's wrong. And he gave up that game, the 3rd game in Boston, that inning.
Yeah, the pitching has been flaky lately,
Taillon has been awful for a month.
Okay, they need to get off the bench and, let's rock and roll again.
Rock and roll.
After the All-Star game.
Well, there's still another 3-game series against the Red Sox in the Bronx before the first half of the season's over.
Well, they better strap that belt a little tighter, man, and crush that bat, grind that wood.
What? They got to grind wood?
Grind that wood on that bat, man. You make sandpaper out of that bat.
And just so you know, the Yankees are losing 4-0 in the 2nd inning against the Reds.
This is unbelievable.
So the Reds just spanking the Yankees in the Bronx. Bottom of the 2nd inning, 4-0 Reds. What the heck, man? I think it was Severino pitching tonight as well. So it's been a...
Well, that's a never. You never know. See, you never know.
Yeah.
Baseball teams are there for a reason. It's to play ball.
Yeah.
Okay, no matter how bad or good you are.
And you know what? It doesn't matter what your record is.
No.
It doesn't matter at all. And Yankees. I think if they lose, this would be the first time they've lost 4 games in a row this season.
Yeah, and maybe they'll start thinking, hey, we got spanked by these guys.
They'll lose a series, which they don't do a lot, and they lose a series to the Cincinnati Reds, which is just.
And the world's not coming to an end.
You gotta. Well, again, they still have a 14-game lead in the division, so you feel good about where they're at going into the All-Star game, regardless of what happens these next couple of games.
Well, after the All-Star break, they should start winning the series again.
Well, they're definitely,
no ifs, ands, or buts, man.
I think the pitching has definitely hit a wall. So, Taillon, he had such a great start to the season, and he's just been terrible for over a month now. Every single start, he gives up a ton of home runs. You look up at the scoreboard, Yankees are playing from behind. It's 5-0 in the 3rd.
Yeah, I get sick all the time in pitches, all the time.
And he leads the American League in home runs right now, giving up home runs. So he's just been awful for a month. Even Nestor Cortez, who had a great start to the season, he's an all-star. His last handful of starts have been pretty awful, too.
Yeah,
Not awful, but pedestrian.
Yeah, he's been pitching a lot, too, man. And, maybe he needs a break, too.
And he's hit, he's hit the most innings he's ever pitched in his career in a season. So, I think that intensifies the need looking at the trade deadline to pick up a pitcher in addition to a bat. Because you definitely want a guy out there who knows. I haven't heard anything about Hicks. He had a pretty rough-looking foul ball off his shin.
Yeah, I know.
And that's a shame because he really has turned his season around. He's been playing better.
I think they're going to get their kid from
the Royals.
Yeah,
Everybody talking about Benintendi.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be an interesting.
So you got to give up Gallo.
Oh, my goodness, please, yes. Give him up for a bag of balls.
A bag of balls or anything else, man.
This dude's been terrible. But still, I mean, if Hicks is really injured, then even if you pick up a bat, Gallo might have
maybe you could get
a place on this team.
Fifth starter, fourth starter out there somewhere.
Yeah, you definitely got to look for a starter. That's. I think they're going to need another arm. Yeah, and it doesn't have to be a superstar.
It doesn't have to be a big name.
You need someone to come here and get some innings. Give them a little relief in the rotation. So, anyway, Yankees, amazing that they're 61-26 after losing 3 games in a row, but it's not time to hit the panic button yet. Even with the bullpen, Loizagan's been hurt. He's going to come back. Britton's going to come back. So maybe those are going to be other big-time arms in the bullpen. And, do you worry about Clay Holmes yet? The guy's been untouchable. They're talking, everybody's...
Don't worry about Loiza coming back.
You're not worried.
He hasn't been good.
Yeah, he hasn't been good this year, but he was one of the top relievers in baseball last year.
And Britton hasn't pitched in, 2 seasons almost?
It's been a while for him, but maybe these are guys that can come back and help. They are definitely unknown.
As soon as they throw the first ball, get him out of there.
I think Loizaga can come back and be a big-time guy for them. But, is Clay Holmes something to be concerned about? Because every year is banking on the fact that, look, this guy is get about Chapman. Don't let him anywhere near the ninth inning. Clay Holmes has been untouchable this year. Now, all of a sudden, he's blown 2 saves in a row. He blew a 3-0 lead in the ninth inning against the Cincinnati Reds.
Yeah, unbelievable.
So I don't know if it's time to get worried yet. I don't think I'm worried yet, but maybe a week from now, if you see
give him a couple of days off,
Yeah, it looks like he might get the day off tonight, but we'll see.
Please.
We'll see how he is in a week from now. But hopefully there's some relief coming in I would be more into looking for a starter during the trade deadline.
Yeah, I'd say 4th or 3rd, starter.
So, yeah.
That'll be good.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what they got to look for. No doubt about it.
3rd or 4th starter. And outfielder. They've been there for only less than a year.
I think they have right after the All-Star break, they got a double header with the Houston Astros. So you want to
you want Benintendi now?
I mean, yeah, if you could make a move for someone like that, get him on the roster now because they definitely need the help.
Yeah, sometimes you get some added hitting, pitch better.
Yeah,
you gotta feed off of that.
And the one good thing is, and most Yankee fans maybe they don't trust Garrett Cole. He was terrible at Fenway Park in the wild card playoff game last year, and he had that awful start to the season this year. And we saw him in that game give up back-to-back home runs against the Minnesota Twins. So Cole has definitely had his moments to make you doubt him as the ace of the staff, someone who's worth $300 million. But you know what? Lately, that's your ace. That's the guy that even, he left the game 3-0 on Monday. So he's been consistent. He's been going out there getting it done. So right now, if you're a Yankee fan, you feel lucky you do have a guy like that while these other guys are starting to struggle.
Yeah, well, these boys got to pick them up, pick them up.
Pick them up, pick them up, pick them up.
Pick them up. He's having a tough time, Huh? Hey, what's the matter? You don't like my ball? Huh?
So what do you think about this team, though? Are you confident? Do you think that this could be the year? We have a picture of the 98 Yankees
I think they got
behind
2
us.
pieces. They're going to compete.
You think so? Are the Astros in your head?
I could tell you where the Astros are, but they're not in my head.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Where are they? No, I'm just kidding.
Huh?
What? Yeah, so anyway, look, they're a commanding lead in the division, and that's the first step. But, hey, another thing, too, to think about, in this new playoff format, the team with the best record is going to get a bye. And as great as the Yankees' record is, I think going into today, their lead for the number 1 spot was only 3 games over the Astros. So it's pretty crazy to think about. But as great a season as the Yankees have had, that number 1 spot in the American League is not a guarantee. They're only 3 games over the Astros right now. And then if you get that 2nd seed, all of a sudden you got to play in the wild card round against one of these teams. Maybe you face the Rays who have tormented you in the past, or the Red Sox who beat you 2 times in the past 5 years in the postseason, and you're going to have to right away get into it, get into one of these dogfights with these rivals.
Once you get to the playoffs, you got to erase everything what happened,
Yep. No, that's true.
I'm going to tell you, that guy, Altuve, that guy's like amazing.
Yeah, he's basically their Derek Jeter,
Holy mackerel. Yeah, Derek Jeter, and he hits like Judge. Come on.
Yeah, he hits for power, right?
Oh, hell, man. I never seen a little dude. I could barely hit it over the infield sometimes.
No, he's definitely a great player, and the Astros are having a great year, and they have great pitching, and So far, they've won 3 out of the 5 games between the two teams this year. So, my opinion the whole time was, okay, the Yankees have this great record and they're having an amazing season, but I don't care what the Yankees' record is. The American League pennant goes through the Houston Astros. That's the team that's been to 5 straight American League championship games. They've been to a couple World Series. They won a World Series. You want to talk cheating, the whole thing, whatever it is, they got the trophy. So, obviously the pennant goes through Houston. I don't care what the Yankee record is.
Yankees got to do another buckle on them pants, man, and go out there and do it. That's it.
Yeah, they got to beat that team,
It's like sometimes you look at the uniform, it's like you freak out. You say, oh, I'm not going to beat this thing.
But this team has a lot of demons, even with this division and losing to the Red Sox.
No, they ain't not angels on the outfield, I can tell you that.
No, so there's a lot for them to overcome, and you have confidence that Cashman is going to make some moves here at the trade deadline. That's going to improve this team, because as great as this team is, you look at it, there's definitely holes there. The offense takes naps here and there, and the pitching obviously seems to have hit a wall right now. So
naps. It looks like they're hibernating right now.
Yeah, it's definitely a problem. 3 runs last night.
Did I say that right?
They're hibernating.
Yeah, look at that, man.
I can't believe it.
I can't believe I said that.
I can't believe. What do you think about Kevin Durant?
Kevin Durant.
He wants to be traded out of Brooklyn now.
What? He's go to Manhattan?
What, to go to the Knicks?
Yeah.
I don't want that guy.
That guy's about, what, 70?
He's like, no, I mean, you're crazy if you say you don't want Kevin Durant. I mean, obviously, if he came to the Knicks there, and you would think that everybody would say, your team's an instant contender if you have Kevin Durant, the greatest player in the world, on your team. Well, the Brooklyn Nets got swept in the first round this year. They had Kevin Durant on their team.
I would imagine he will go to Miami.
And guess what? Brooklyn was the only team in the playoffs that got swept this year. In all the playoffs, they were the only team that got swept. So, I don't want to hear anything about Kyrie Irving and the COVID and the team never gelled and this and that. You had Kevin Durant. You should have at least won a couple of games in that series. They were terrible. This dude, in my opinion, has never gotten it done being the man. He failed in OKC. Blew a 3-1 lead to the Warriors, and then the next year goes to play for the Warriors. And he wins.
That's where he wins the championship.
He wins his 2 championships. Then, he's too good for them anymore. He's going to go do it on his own. Comes to Brooklyn. They give him a year. He can't even puff the injury. He gets paid for a year, doesn't even play, comes back, and now you're quitting? Oh, trade me? Like, that's the legacy you're going for? You're supposed to, and that's coming off a year where the Warriors won a championship without you. So the Warriors, so give me a break with Kevin Durant.
Yeah,
but
typical, man. Typical ball player.
He's not going. He's not going to Miami,
baby, man. I'm sorry.
He's a big
baby.
He's a big baby. So I just. The guy drives me. He's a great player, no doubt. But if I'm reaching to he's not going to Miami. Miami's not trading you. That's the whole scenario. The Nets will need for trading Devin. You can get a couple draft picks for Kevin Durant. You got him on a 4-year contract. It's the only solution to me here is that this isn't going to happen. The sense, how could the Nets possibly try to tell him is, look, opted in for 1 more year. Hey, 1 more year. Let's
man up and stay here and see what happens.
We got the roster. We can championship. Put on your big boy pants.
That's right.
Let's get out there and do this now. Enough with this BS and quitting on your team, because guess what? Trade you, you're not going to have a chance to win there. They trade him to the Detroit. If I was in the Nets, I'll trade him to the Detroit Pistons. Trade him to the Orlando Magic.
No,
let's see you win.
Well, New Orleans, no.
New Orleans.
Not New Orleans.
Good
North Carolina.
Team.
What is it?
To the
Charlotte Hornets.
The Hornets. Yeah. Trade him to the Hornets. Exactly. A team like that. So I feel like it's the Brooklyn's in an impossible situation. You just can't trade him. Kyrie just opted in. You have a roster that can win now. There's no way you can trade him to another contender because they can't give you equal compensation. The only solution here is that Durant gives the organization at least one more year.
1 year, like you said, put your big boy. That's a recording. Big boy pants on.
I thought you were going to start rapping.
Oh, yeah, what? I smell like what?
Did you rap with me? I smell like what?
What? Yeah, let's go back to the poop section, man.
I think that would be a great song, actually. I smell like what?
What?
All right. Anyway, that's something that's been bothering me.
Yeah,
with the
man.
sports.
Strap him on, play 1 more year, and leave.
Yeah. And
who cares, man?
Exactly. Kyrie will be gone, and then you'd go, but you have to give this at least 1 more year, and let's see what happens.
Yeah,
but,
I hate to bring up money, but you got it already, so you don't need that.
Yeah, and this is the place you committed to. So why quit on? That's the whole question that hasn't been answered here, at least by him. Why? What's the situation between you and Kyrie? Is there something like you can't stand to be in the same room with him, or something? Like what's the deal? What exactly is happening here? So I don't know. We'll see what happens. That is the sports, and let's talk about what.
What?
What do you mean what? I'm asking you. You know what? So
you know what? Hey, you know what?
I'll give you a clue.
Hey,
It's time to sit down and unwind and listen to the Couch Report.
The couch report. That means sitting on the couch and then you look at the TV and you eat the popcorn, and then I turn around and look at Richie. I go, shit, man, I'm not gonna give him the popcorn.
He really does do that, though. Yeah, that's I think that happened yesterday. We were watching Star Trek, but
yeah, I was eating ribs and I didn't give him one.
It's not a long couch report because you usually sleep on the couch, right?
Oh hell yeah! I can't remember why did I get to the other side. Then my wife puts the air conditioner on, and I'm freezing, man.
Oh, she sabotages you?
Oh, hell yeah. Then I got to go to the bathroom 20 minutes in there peeing. Unbelievable.
Oh, my goodness. All right, Couch Report. We already talked about Star Trek. We watched it. Now you're going to try to watch the series yourself.
Yeah,
right?
definitely.
But you've had a couple of things going on. I know you went on a trip. You recently had an experience at a
my God.
dealership. So I'll let you take it away. This is your Couch Report, your chance to talk about anything you want to talk about.
All right, Couch Report. Okay.
You don't have to say Couch Report before you do your Couch Report.
This is a chair report.
Because you're in
on
a chair.
the balcony. Okay, so my wife and I went to a wedding in Fort Lauderdale. Beautiful. See our niece get married. So I'm sitting in the back of the porch.